Good morning, everybody. I'm Jean Ketcham, and I am CEO of Aging But Dangerous. And we have a wonderful, wonderful guest with us today. In fact, she's one of our sponsors with ABD and a very, very good friend of ours. And her name is Maggie Holbik. Maggie, welcome.
Thank you, Jean. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, we are just excited, very excited to hear about what you have to say today. You are starting a new business. You do many, many wonderful things, Maggie, to help people. You are you're just in so many different areas. People need to go to your website and read about you. And we'll talk about that later. But tell us about the new business that you're doing. I'm very, very anxious to know about it. It's called Infinite Possibilities, and that is so intriguing. It just really opens up my interest immediately. So tell us about it.
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody sort of resonates with that because we want to have hope in our lives and we want to make our dreams come true. So for me, in May, I went down to Denver and became a certified Infinite Possibilities trainer and coach through Mike Dooley. And some of you may have heard of Mike Dooley. He was in the movie The Secret. Now, The Secret's been out for quite some time, and I think you're familiar with The Secret.
Yes.
Yeah. So, the book here, actually, The Secret.
Yes.
So he was in the movie, and he's an award-winning New York Times best-selling author, and he wrote the book Infinite Possibilities, The Art of Living Your Dreams. And that's really what the work is all about, is helping people to not only survive, but to thrive in life and to realize that we have more control, we are more than we realize, we are more empowered as human beings, that our thoughts are things. That's our number one sort of model with the Infinite Possibilities, is that our thoughts create our reality. Our thoughts create everything in life. Everything starts with a thought. The computer you're looking at, the chair we sit on, and also whether we're loving ourselves or not loving ourselves. It all starts with our thoughts. So that's, just sort of a little background on where this work has come from. And I've been doing it since May, and I'm now doing classes, and I'm really, really enjoying it.
Well, Maggie, and what a wonderful thing for all of us as we're aging. I mean, we all have kind of a difficulty sometimes with this whole aging process, and we have to keep the right frame of mind. We have to, I think you and I were talking earlier, I said, I'm getting ready to turn 80, and I have to really, really do work at, trying to keep things happening and trying to keep, the whole Infinite Possibilities. That's such a good title because it's no matter whether you're, 30 or whether you're 80 or 90, you still have all those possibilities that's happening in your life every day, and how to make the most of them. Well, tell me about the classes. I mean, how long do you do classes online that our followers could sign up for? How do you operate with the classes?
Yeah, absolutely. I have been doing them online via Zoom, just like this platform here. We usually have about 6 students, and we have it over 6 to 9 weeks, depending on what kind of time frame people have. They're either an hour or an hour and a half per class, and we cover different topics. The first topic is we talk about those thoughts, and we start to learn ways to use those thoughts to our advantage and some tools around thinking and that thoughts are things. And then we cover beliefs, because beliefs come from thoughts repeated over time, and then we develop beliefs, and then we develop belief systems. And a lot of us have belief systems that we've been running our whole life that may not be serving us. So
Well, Maggie, do you remember the movie What the Bleep?
Yes, I do.
That was so impactful, and that was years and years ago, and that was so impactful. And that's the same thing, how you say something over and over and over until it becomes true. And I was always one of these people that said, I'm fat, until I became fat. Well, not real fat, but certainly fat in my eyes. And, that movie just hit me so strong because I thought, yes, I mean, words really matter. Thoughts really matter. Yes. And we have to work on those. We have to change those thoughts. And, oh, my gosh, that's so exciting, Maggie. I want to do this. Well, what do you, how many sessions are there in a
there's about 6. It's usually 6 to 7, but 6 pretty well covers it. So then after beliefs, we talk about emotions. and where they come from. Are they serving us? How we can actually use our emotions to manifest. I call them the rocket fuel behind our creations. And I'm going to toot my own horn, Jean. I've gotten really good at manifesting. I've been studying this for years, but I like to share that because I want people to know that this information works. When you start practicing these principles and you start to take conscious control of your thoughts and your desires and your beliefs, you can truly create magic. And the more you tap into this information, the faster and the speedier it occurs. It really is a powerful, powerful way of living. And, talking about aging, I like to say to people, it doesn't matter how old we are, how much of the rest of your life do you have left? And the answer is all of it.
Right.
So,
oh, yes, that's good.
And if we have all of it, why wouldn't we want to make the best of it?
Right.
It's never too late to make the best of it, because today is the best day of your life because it's the one you're in. Yesterday doesn't exist.
I know, and that is so true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and my oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that.
Right.
My dad lived to be 105.
Wow.
And I know I've told you this story, very healthy, skydived with me when he was 91. And he was such a good example to me because he had the best attitude. I mean, my dad would be like, he'd come to visit us and he'd want to go out on the boat, and he loved going out on our boat. And the weather forecast the night before, the weatherman would say, well, we've got 80% chance of rain. And I'd look at Daddy and go, Daddy, I don't think it's going to work tomorrow. It's 80% chance of rain. And he'd look at me, he'd wink, and he'd say, well, let's concentrate on that 20%. And I'll be darned if how many times, as you know, did that 20% come true. Oh, it's sunny and it's nice and we can go out on the boat. But he had such a great attitude, and I know that was why he lived so long, because he certainly didn't eat right, and he didn't do any of the things we're supposed to do to stay healthy. But, oh, my gosh, he was so healthy, and he was just lived forever.
I absolutely believe that. I as you know, I'm also a board certified nutritionist, but
yes,
I firmly believe that our thoughts and our being in a vibration of love and happiness and joy is the number one most important key to health. It absolutely is. The other things we do can support that, but when you are vibrating in that frequency, you are going to attract better things. You are going to be happier. The people around you will be happier. Your life will be more blissful. The things that you want to happen will happen, and it is really a magic formula. And I'm sure your dad, if it did rain on that day, he would have made the best of it and appreciated the rain too.
Right. Yeah, he probably would have gone out walking in it. Yeah, I mean, and as a nutritionist, I think I have told you that story. He didn't eat vegetables. He didn't eat fruit. He didn't drink water. I mean, he didn't live on a high-fat, high-sugar diet and was healthy as could be. But like you said, I never heard him judge anybody, talk about anybody. I mean, he just was a super, and wasn't a bragger, very low-key. But he just, like you said, I mean, how does that happen? Because it just was so unusual, but his whole frame of mind was just so positive, and he really, I mean, it was a perfect example. I can give that example all day long because I saw it in him, and that's why he lived so long. Yeah, the whole nutritionist thing, you are a certified nutritionist, which always intrigues me too, and we always like to tell our ABDers about that too, because they always have questions about that. But boy, this new business, Maggie, this infinite possibilities, I just can think of all kinds of people I know right now. Well, maybe not all kinds, but I can think about 5 or 6 people that I think that need to do this like immediately. When do you have classes? When do you
Well, as soon as I get groups of 6 together that are interested, we pick a common date that works and we start them. So it's, we can do daytime, we can do evening. I'm really flexible because this is what I do, working from my place here at the lake. And with technology, we can connect anywhere in the world, anytime. And it's such an awesome tool to have. And, one of the big things that's happening, then a new trend, is what we call self-education. People can take classes like the Infinite Possibilities or learn things on YouTube. And it's really an exciting time to be alive, Jean, because there's so many ways that we can empower ourselves to have lives that thrive. And this is a perfect example. We can connect like-minded people. We can get a class together. And, you know, if anyone's interested, they can go to maggiesclasses.com, and all the information is on there as well.
Okay, wait. Now, Maggie's Classes. Maggie's, Maggies.
Yes.
Maggie's Classes.
.com.
CLASSES.
.com.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that's great to know. Okay, and give your website too, because I want people to know about you if they want to look you up.
Sure. Yeah, so I'm easy to find anywhere on the internet. You just Google Maggie Holbik, so that's Maggie HOLB as in beautiful or Bravo, IK. And so it's maggieholbik.com, and I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and I love to share inspiration and to give people hope. And so if anybody would like to connect with me, please do.
Oh, that's so exciting. Well, we'll put this out, post this in all kinds of areas. Another book, Maggie, that really influenced my life, and of course it was like 30, 40, 50 years ago, maybe more, was that Visualization by Shakti Gawan. That book was, that was like the beginning of people starting to think about, their thoughts and visualizing things to make, manifest things in their life. And she was pretty influential in that also, that whole area. But that was like years and years ago. But, well, this is very, very exciting, and I am so happy to hear about this, and I definitely want to check in on it. So if somebody wants to sign up, how much does it cost, Maggie?
I think it's $297. Okay. I can't remember exactly. $290. It's on the website.
Okay.
And the other thing I wanted to mention, if anybody wants to join my newsletter, I share information about upcoming classes and different things, and motivation, and it goes out once a month. But they can just drop me an email at connect@maggieholbik.com.
Okay, wait. Connect. Okay, at Maggie Holbik. Okay.
.com, and then just say, sign me up for your newsletter, and I can put them on the list. And I don't send a lot. I have a newsletter once a month and maybe an odd email, but people are really enjoying it, and it went out yesterday, in fact, for this month. And
good. Well, you are very loyal to Aging with Dangers, and we appreciate it, Maggie. You're such a key person to us, and you have so much to offer, and I just love to keep talking to you and keep hearing about what you're doing, because you are a very, very exciting young woman. So thanks for being on.
Yeah, and one little final comment. If anybody even wants just an introduction talk about infinite possibilities, because we're doing this work in prisons and schools and corporations, and if there's someone listening here and this is resonating with you and you want to maybe bring it into your workplace or into the school or whatever it is, or your grandchildren, we can make and adapt it to suit who's ever need. We want to get this information out there and empower people to have better lives. So thanks so much, ladies.
Yeah, well, wait, let me ask you another question. So what have you had any experience with young people? I mean, like, I have a 15-year-old granddaughter. Would young people like that be interested in this, do you think?
Absolutely. And the younger we get them, the more we'll change the world, because they are the next.
Right.
So I'm actually certified in the youth program. I was also picked that up when I went to Denver. So I can teach this in schools to youth. I've got the curriculum.
So would you put her in with an adult class, or how would you handle that?
At 15, I probably would.
Okay.
Or we could gear it more to that age group. I mean, it's absolutely totally adaptable. This work is applicable to anybody at any place in their life at any age. And
she's in Chicago, and boy, I think this would be so good for her. Well, it'd be good for anybody, as we said. But, well, Maggie, very, very exciting conversation here. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Oh, you're welcome, and I love you, ladies.
Thank you. We love you, too.